patrons, stakeholders, investors, celebrities, and followers of the Carnival Calabar and Festival. Visitors, tourists, neighboring cities, our most treasured citizens and residents will acknowledge you as well this afternoon. For 2 years, we could not have the pleasure to come forth with a matter as this. The truth is that as we wanted to sustain our tourism economy, the world was hit with a pandemic. The government had held firmly to the commitment to always offer an experience that is safe, fair to all, and furthermore, following global standards and expectations. It was only in our best interest to observe global sanctions against social gathering. Decisions were made and steps taken in 2020 and 2021. Earlier to curb the spread of the COVID pandemic and save humanity from this creeping scourge. But when we were to unveil 2021, if you can remember, the Omicron variant of the COVID-19 was not in any way to be undermined. We will agree that it was ingenious and a carefully considered decision to halt Calabar Festival experience for 2 years. 2 consecutive years, our streets and the world has been yearning for the biggest Black street party and congregation. Lessons have been learned on the contributions and the vacuum the Calabar Carnival and Festival experience has on the state's tourism and local economy. Therefore, as a tourism cluster, we wish to expressly convey the decision of the State Executive Council and the commitment of His Excellency, Senator Professor Ben Ayani, the Governor of Cross River State, on the assurance that Cross River State will be hosting the 2022 Carnival and Festival come December 2022. We have also expanded the brand with innovations from increased participation and patronage while ensuring that socio-economical benefits trickle down. Good to inform that key in the expanding development in that the competing carnival bands have been increased to 7, with the constitution of 2 new bands which had the ESCO approval sometime last year. We now have Las Vegas Band and Diamond Carnival Band to be added to Seagull, Bayside, Passion 4, Freedom, Master Blaster Band. So we now have 7 bands that will be competing in 2022 Carnival this December. As we gear up for the 2022 experience, we are starting with a full engagement of the public and private sector with a participatory innovation. We will be calling for entries for a suggestible carnival theme for 2022, and the person with the selected theme will be cutting home with a cash prize of 1 million naira. And of course, that theme will be our theme for 2022. Now, the entry opens as we speak for 10 days, and it closes in 10 days, of course. I think that's 22nd. Midnight to 12, entries will close. This will usher in the public unveiling of the theme by His Excellency, Senator Professor Ben Ayani, in a fortnight. So entry starts today, ends on the 12th, midnight, that's in 10 days, and in a fortnight, His Excellency the Governor will unveil the theme for the Carnival for 2022. It is also imperative that we acknowledge the selfless effort of all arms of the creative industry in the Cross River State, mostly the management of the Calabar Arts and Craft Cultural Village, who in one way or the other have sustained the tourism offering of the state with enterprising injections to have flowing calendar events and activities year-round. We need us more now to assist in bringing to play an eventful and world-class Carnival Calabar Festival, as the government is always supportive of creative ventures. To our sponsors, this is a bigger and better opportunity. I know you won't miss this mark. All instruments are set in place for much further national and international reach, and a numerical increase in participation with an open market for product and services. There's no other moment than now, and a very special thanks to our dear Governor, Senator for ensuring that we start early and committing to the successful 2022 Carnival Calabar Festival. I will quickly run through the schedule of events, which of course starts in October with the first dry run. And then the second dry run will be in November. And then we commence fully on the 1st of December with the HIV walk. And on that day, we also flag up the festival village at the municipal space. And then, of course, Art and Craft Village also flags up for daily entertainment. We have a film project coming in as well, and the camp opens on the 1st as well for 2 weeks. It's called Unleash Your Creativity. It's been running for a couple of years, so we'll be able to bring them down to Calabar for this experience. So from the 1st of December to the 31st of December, there's going to be performances by local arts at the Festival Village and Art and Craft simultaneously will be running. We have on the 8th, 9th, and 10th, we have theater experiences, stage plays. We long lost that, so we're trying to bring that back. So into December, the first 2 weeks, we'll have stage plays for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of the weeks. The Ejagan Nation also, over the years, have had their small cluster village, running. So we think it's also right to put them on this schedule so we can project it out there, for people. So they have a core Ejagan beauty pageant on the 10th of December. There at Bigwall. The final dry run will be on the 11th of December. It's a Sunday, 11th of December. Then on the 14th, we have essay competitions and awards. So we have carefully kept 14th December for all of our awards. That's for the 2 weeks for the camping for Unleash Your Creativity. So they end on that day and the awards begin on that day. The Cross-River Movie Awards will be holding on the same day, and Paradise Movie and Festival Awards will be holding on that same day. So it's going to be a night of awards for the creative industry. 15th, 16th, and 17th, of course, is another weekend. So the theater productions still will go on. Then we have on the 17th, Children's Party and Fiesta. Utomobo is on the 17th of December. All Ejagan carols and festival will hold that night of 17th. 18th will kind of kickstart our Power Week. It's a bit early, but from our schedule, because we're having a gospel, African Voices. It's a gospel experience. I don't know when last we had a full gospel experience in the festival. So by God's special grace, we will be bringing it back. So on the 18th, which is Sunday, we're going to have African Voices gospel experience. A lot of features. You need South African choir, that's a Kweme choir, a lot of indigenous choirs here in Cross River State will be featured on that same day. Of course, we'll have some Bosu, Messichin, and a few other ones. But for the artists, it also depends on booking. So as we get closer and get them booked for that day, of course, we'll bring them down. 23rd, we'll have Calabar Food Festival at African Club. That's always run by our Princess Dame Dr. Florence Tagina. So she's going to be having that experience. And then the core Ejagan Live Music Festival will be on that 23rd as well. 24th, it will be more Ejagan Grand Finale, and then we hope to bring the cultural festival, cultural carnival up a bit to that Saturday, because we want to infuse a bit of masquerading and then have a bit of the local drum ensemble. So we think we're considering that for 24th of December, which is a Saturday. And And then His Excellency also had created what we call Calapiano from Amapiano. So we're going to have that experience. It's a fusion of the local drums, steel band, brass band, all of that, with a few trombone playing, acoustics as well. So we're going to have a night, of cultural experience in totality. And of course, we usually have our friends from neighboring states and all local governments. So it's going to be quite an experience. 25th is Christmas, and His Excellency graciously has asked that everyone stay back with family and have family time, especially for us organizers. It's work for us all too. So that one day to stay with family would be a bad idea. So 25th is going to be family time, different homes, churches, any ways you can spend time with family. We resume on the 26th with a beauty parade, celebrity parade, and African music festival. So it's going to be an African music festival featuring beauty parade, celebrity parade. Now, beauty parade, we have the garment factory. So here, stuff being done by garment factory over the years, but I'm sure a lot of people don't see. So we put it on the runway on that day. So for all the goods, clothes garment factory has ever produced, we put it on the runway on that day. And of course, you feel you're also beautiful enough and you're on your 4-inch shoes, you can hit the runway as well. So it's going to be an exciting experience. On the 27th, we are going to have the Bikers Carnival. Usually, we merge Bikers Carnival and one or two other events, but the guys complain that they can't ride all the way from Ghana, Abuja, come to town and don't have a feel of the town. So we want to take them around Calabar that day to Tinapa, to CICC, use an opportunity and market some of our tourism products, in Calabar. So the whole day is for the Bikers Parade. And then in the evening, we will have the Miss African Beauty Pageant. That's one of the operation of this administration. So we will have that on the 27th. 28th is the big day, which is the International Carnival. The chairman of the Carnival Commission will throw more light after I go through this on the Carnival proper. He's the chairman of the commission, so he has a right, on that. On the 29th, we will be experiencing Las Vegas beach party. On the 14th of February, His Excellency played host to a lot of us and friends from outside the state on the love is made in Calabar. And for me, it was like a test run on how events can go on at Las Vegas, and it was a success. So you just can imagine that we're going to pull this through once more. So we're going to have old school experience, laugh it out, of course, comedy, a bit of magic, and then the International Carnival will hold that night at the stadium. On the 30th, we have Nyorekwe at the Botanical Garden. Then we have in the evening at the stadium, Love Festival, just to wind down, nuptial dance, dress contest, and then something for the boys on Marian later that night is the Marian Street Party. That will be the activities. On the 31st, fireworks everywhere from our homes, churches, from the Millennium Park and all of that. I didn't capture Akachak. The Akachak Festival is usually on the 2nd of January at Oban. Sorry, we didn't capture it here, but that will happen. We usually, attend that. So that's the schedule for December. And of course, all our events, starting from this moment, we will make sure we attend to them. The Boku is in a few weeks. Yes, that will happen. Our dry runs all the way into the festival. So, in no particular order, we are very intentional to have invited my colleague, Commissioner for Local Government, because of the cultural component, cultural carnival component, because she's the one to drive the process to get all the local government, to participate. Of course, Huda and Waste Management here, Ministry of Works. We need to ask, or we need to let you know how ready we are in that regard. So they will, give very short speeches on their readiness. And of course, we have our sister from a sister agency, Primary Health, to also throw more light on that. Security is here, Presides here, and of course, on behalf of the band managers, Matthew will tell us if we should go ahead or not. So I'll hand over the mic. Thank you very much. I'll hand over the mic to the chairman.
You would agree with me that the last 2 years have been for Nigeria, nay Africa, like we lost ourselves. The whole world looked forward to this. I received indicators from Turkey, Israel, and other countries of the world that Africa is the new frontier. Everyone is coming to Africa. You would also agree with me that what the governor has done by introducing the National Carnival component, and that activity has changed the look of Carnival Calabar. And we also said that culture has played the role of having for peace than any other concept. Artistic concepts worldwide. So it remains with us to do what we do best, which is our laid back, welcoming, warm culture, and that we can't go any less. If anything, these 2 years and the new trend in tourism in the world, when people get to destinations, they forget to leave. And this is the place. People want to do more, and location will not stop you from holding your official meeting with the advent of Zoom. Zoom had assumed that by 2020, 10 million subscribers would have been using that platform, but today over 500 million. So people travel and stay where they are and do their business, and that is what we want. People who come to South Carnival will take on our beating and beating tourism tracks, and we have on our suppliers, we are all witnesses, and our best partners in this subsector remains the media at all times. We are 20-21 years for the festival, and 16 years, we lost 2 years due to COVID, 16 years for the road march of the Carnival Calabar. Carnival Calabar came as an activity, but today it has remained the icing on the cake because it utilizes the most souls, the biggest stage, talking about 12 kilometers, and the display of our beliefs, and utilizing the content and the elements of theater, and telling that story through adjudication that is, in its own self, quality assurance. Because when you perform and you are being judged, you're sitting in a closet for a critical reappraisal. That is quality assurance. Not necessarily criticism, but it is criticism for people who are ready to accept other perspectives. And what His Excellency has brought to the table has been that in the last 7 years, the last success of the Carnival, our teams have been not just global, but humanistic. Our teams are competitive. Our teams have received a lot of intellectual research. There is no week we don't receive 2, 3, 10 to 10 research students from Canada, South Africa, Europe, Asia, on the reason, the business behind this business. And we've also said that, like the Commissioner said in his presentation, if the road march, if the carnival experience does not put monies in the hands of our boys and girls, then we are not there. The other component the governor brought again was the Miss Africa dimension. that also changed everything for us, because it was a life-changing opportunity for the girls themselves who didn't know that life existed somewhere else from their closets, you know, and then until Africa begins to celebrate Africa, nobody will celebrate us. And this is what we've done in recent times. So for me and for us at this side, we are pushing to that. Yes, we all carnival run from the blood as my blood, as in my blood. We have 4 months to go, and as a forward-thinking producer, His Excellency, the executive producer, is not challenging the public for participatory team selection. We went into the educational, where we introduced the essay writing, you know, and today we are trying to see how we can compile the great essays from our children into compendium. So thematic content remains that which stands Carnival Calabar apart. Choreographic content stands Carnival Calabar apart. The city's cleaning 30 minutes after Carnival, I mean the entire Carnival, talk less of sections for bands. For the bands, the Kuda, Carnival crew, the cleaning. Trinidad and Tobago borrowed that from us, 2008. In Trinidad and Tobago, if you play Carnival, the streets are 1 foot high with debris overnight. But Carnival Calabar to introduce the city cleaning, which happens as you go. You could drive through the city streets of Calabar 30 minutes after Carnival. It's our own time. Then we have 8 out of 10 sections contesting, performing contesting to choreography. In Trinidad and Tobago is not the open section. And then we can only compete with the best. It's only in Brazil that the entire Carnival band is playing for 45 minutes, you know, and the entire stadium. So for us, this is homecoming for all of us, and it is our own oil well, our culture is our oil well. It is the palm oil with which our tourism is eating. And I thank the leadership of our cluster through the Ministry of Culture and Tourism that in cohesion, post-COVID, post-idleness, post-being locked in at home, the only way out is to continue to share ideas. Because the man who is living in New York and Port Harcourt are tired of darkness. They want to come in. So we are telling our people to get ready with their food, their drinks, water, and that great smiles that is given to us. And the banks will be happy to receive their deposits. Thank you.
Well, be reassured that for you and for this outing, there is no going back between us and NMJ. Thank you very much, our collaborators, MDAs, Honorable Commissioners, Minister of Local Government, Kuda, Environment, Waste Management, Health, Security, Signage, our distinguished band leaders, the makers of the good food. Thank you very much, everybody. We want to thank you for coming. But please, the most important thing is that making Carnival 2022 a success is our collective responsibility. Thank you very much, and God bless you. See you.